And all greetings, this is Gilles Mancion. I wanted to wish you a wonderful day. I'm going to pull out a few cards to see what kind of inspiration we may get for today. For the highest wisdom for us today is the higher self. It is connecting to our higher self, to be attuned to this soul, this other part of ourself that is yet unknown, but is integrating a bit every day. What we need to understand is action. What is the right action? What do we need to do? What we need to do is partnership. So we need to associate ourselves with the universe, with God, with the Creator. It is we have two strands in our DNA, you and God. There is the law of one tells you that life is a relationship between you and God. It is also in the Quran. Your relationship is solely to God. And so what's the highest wisdom is the healer. It's about healing, making complete, to understand that there is no more need for wounds. For if wounds are, as soon as wounds appear, it is a call for them to be healed. And so you have this power of healing and transformation for yourself or for others. We'll pull one card from the Archangel, and it is the Moon. It is Aniel. She says, an opportunity to elaborate more in a more refined way your project. So it is about to look at all those details. Let yourself be guided by your intuition. Face your fear to be stronger. So she's very beautiful. And the Moon is, in truth, is a goddess. It is connected to the natural world. But we'll come to realize one day that it is an artificial intelligence that was created long ago. That it's not a natural satellite of the planet. And I was talking about Max. Max is a crystal scroll from Atlantis, the 13th paradigm. It is an ethereal crystal that we can commune with by putting our head inside and to get information. But it's not a personal Akash. It just holds the higher keys of the evolution of mankind. And but there is this holy grail in science right now for all those mega companies who are seeking to master artificial intelligence. And so I would definitely, for those who are interested, there are certain things they don't really understand in relationship to that, but to tune into the Arcturian Council. For the Arcturians are the specialists in the crystal formation, the artificial intelligence. Of course, the Centurions could be even maybe considered even more scientific, but they're much more difficult to access. For guidance will be provided when it's the time for humans to understand those things and to receive this gift of knowledge and understanding. I also spoke of the vertical access as an exercise. You imagine yourself in a dark room. You imagine a light, and you create a circle of light with a light that comes from above, and you see yourself in the light, and you pull your hand towards the sky, and then you turn your attention towards the light to bring down this higher light, or you move into this higher light. For that is a technique that is taught by in the Emerald Tablet of Thought, for it is an exercise that will be free just by doing that. Some of I have spirit friends that assisted me in understanding how you can eventually move into it was those spirits from the Olympios. They live in these higher planes, but when they need to come into the matter, they descend this light and they take on a form on this dimension. It is quite it's a wonderful understanding about magic science, and it's something that will develop this ability to move into our higher planes, like Plato discovered these higher planes where things are eternally real, where we really exist as a soul. So I've been working with this. There is all kinds of. It's very important to integrate divinity, to understand all of the mythologies are reflecting various aspects of divinity. For instance, in the Torah, the Bible, the Gospel, and in the Quran, it is one revelation of the one God that is known by Yahweh, Sophia, Allah. It is the highest unification potential for all aspects of divinity, and yet it's revealed through mythology. It's good to study the myths. Right now, I'm studying the myth of Homer and Hesiod, so I'm connecting to all sorts of forms of understanding, for they are all guides and assistants. It is all part of the one. For in truth, there is we'll need to discover the nature of light. But what is light? Light is always associated with consciousness, and it is the nature of the soul. The soul is a sacred fire, so we have to understand that we come from the stars. And the true nature is light. But Thoth, the master of wisdom, explained, until man knows that, he can never be free. It is only when you become aware of the nature, that you are light in nature, that you can unfold this inner light within you and transcend this reality. In essence, life and the universe is the deed of God. God is doing everything, and so we want to look at it with gratitude and assess the good, transmute the darkness, and use discrimination. For in many ways, when we say the word God, there is the religious aspect that separates, and so, but God is love and unity, and it's always serving the highest evolution. In terms of mathematics, we're going to have to understand that the universe was created on the base 12. We live in a 12-dimensional matrix. When we become fully conscious, we're no longer subconscious, we'll be aware of that matrix. And so we'll have a different approach to the science of form and evolution. Right now, I think there is certain triangular equation that could be interesting to realize for the triangle. Is essential in the stability of thing, because what we want, in a sense, we want to become to develop eventually a self-sustaining divinity, but it's really difficult. As long as we need food, we need to sleep, we need to drink, we need all those things. We do not have a self-sustaining divinity, and so we were to work with that. It's in the prana. In the air, there is those adamantine particles of divine light that can do anything. I'm sure, discuss that and try to put into practice, into applicable. Although it is those particles can only be channeled through the heart and through ourselves. It is not something that can be. We can make technologies. In many sense, most of the technologies we are looking for are already there, placed in the ethers by the galactics, and we just gotta have the consciousness to bring them down. For we are ready for this great shift. What is coming with the 8 Stargate is we're going to be able to open a rainbow bridge and move into a new level, a new access to new realities, higher realities of self. So I hope during these 8 portals you will avail yourself to tune in, to connect to your heart, to allow yourself to pass through the portal. Do not be afraid if there is a lion in front of it. It will not. If you're pure and sincere, if you in your desire to pass through the portal, the lions will let you pass. Behind me, it's a painting that's called Collective Consciousness. It's made of many circles, but it's all in one light, one spiral of energy. So, because once we move into a higher plane, our consciousness, our ego no longer exists. We are just one consciousness, and we are connected with, aware of all other consciousness through the unified field. So it is really what it is. It is something that is worn it in this process of ascension, that we reconnect to this part of ourselves. I wanted to thank you. I've got past the 2,500 subscribers. I'm like a half influencer. We have 5,000. But in many sense, what I'm talking about is very precise. So it's I know that those who are following those messages are really interested in those things of the spirit and wisdom. And so I wanted to thank you for following those videos. I was planning to sing 2 songs, but I don't think I'm ready for it. One is Tears in Heaven by Eric Clapton, and the other one is Your Song by Elton John. But I'm not saying I'm ready, so I'm going to re-sing another song that went through my mind very deeply. I sang it the other day, or like a couple of weeks ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And then I had a dream about it, so I felt it's like I have to sing it again. It goes like this, a love song. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hunger for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hunger for your touch a long, lonely time, and time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, my voice is louder when I sing than when I speak. I don't really like that on the internet when the music becomes like overwhelmingly stronger. So I hope you tune down the sound, and I wish you a wonderful day. I hope this message and this video was amusing, interesting, educational if possible, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.